I think this is a good board to look at for how our matchup goes for most of the time. I also made like some mistakes here, which are good to reflect to, of course. And had some bad draws, had some better draws. My opponent, I think, played pretty well from what I can see and tell. So a little bit unfortunate that my hand is so bad. I was a bit considering using Flash of Brilliance with Sigil of Aether here, because if you look at this, I'm able to, if I didn't, of course, AB with Blast, so there would be a line where you're gonna Flash of Brilliance this first attack. We know the second attack is coming, because he used Wave Lightning here. That does not buff Starfall, unlike Sizzle. So if we pick up with Flash of Brilliance the Sigil of Aether, ditching Blast to Oblivion, it pings our opponent with 1 damage and draws us a card, which already fixes this hand to playable with Flittering, Sigil of Aether, and then I can go Mind Warp, and Pop the Bubble can be pitched. I'm testing Pop the Bubble for, just for fun. I think it's a fine zap. I have no hard feelings on it yet. So yeah, that would be the line, but instead of doing that, I opt here to just, block the damage and deny whatever they have. But for some reason, I here did not think too much about the Wave Lightning. I did not realize there's one attack coming because I was an idiot. So instead of like using Mind Warp, yeah, I'm like, okay, 1 value instead of 3 value out of Mind Warp. Not good, but my mistake. So now we pop this, we are able to draw a card, hopefully, if they don't pitch to any AB, and I can send Fleeting Charge just for 0 for 4. Which, like, that hand, if I played the Mind Warp correctly there, it's not bad. It's not bad by any means. It's blocking, like, on rate or slightly under rate, and sending above rate attack. That is very consistent gameplay pattern for Rosilio to wrap up the consistency higher, right? Now I'm doing something else. Okay, sorry about that one. So we draw a card here. That's a null. And it's a fun draw, really. I could cycle here and look if I get Sigil or something, but I'm a little bit afraid that if I hit another arcane spell, my hand would then be a lot worse. So now we just respond to Sigil of Suffering here. Cannot keep the value around. Well, I could. I could like Bullseye amp that and keep the value around instead of Arsenal and Ghana Flash, but next is combo Tunic coming up, so I don't think that's worth it. It should not like numerically it's kind of the same value, right? But this hand is pretty good for combo. Somersault is just a lightning card. Valley is for +1 action point. And then we need to play a little bit around Faceberg, or then that they don't draw stuff with Faceberg, which is also like very real, or does not have that many non-attack actions. At least before the armory deck comes out, right? So I think it's fair to assume that they don't maybe got stuff to go with their Faceberg when it's just 2 life then. So I'm locking in the combo with this hand. I could have blocked with Boots and Mind Warp there. And then my hand would have been doing Valley on the board, go Gun and a Flash Swing, see what they do, play Brilliance, and responding to Brilliance, pitch Somersault to Bolsar to keep the Valley around and go for next turn. Would have been fine play too. But I think our matchup, we do need to play for tempo. And maybe this game would have been easier if I did that. We can analyze it. We can analyze what the hand after this one is. So now we just give pretty good turn for them. So I think like overall for this turn cycle, it would have been better to block the first snatch with Mindbar Creeps. But of course, there's also the side of things where if opponent leads with snatch no go again, and they have like 3 cards in their hand or 2 cards, it's probably gonna get pressed. Like that would make the most sense. But instead, I just go combo this because it's looking fine enough for me. And I think my opponent plays very well this combo turn into me. They block Grasp and Deatic Carapace. Very good. Now we go Gone. The +1 AP does not actually matter here because of Facebook if they have it. But here they do have it, so we know that they're playing blue Weave Lightning as well. Curious. So now there's a choice now. Do I discard Brilliance or do I discard Ganon Flash? And I think the choice is pretty obvious. And now we resolve the face perk trigger and just discard the gun and mind warp them. So the combo did not do too much. And here's Vaporize Shock from them. This one I think they played wrong. They should have killed Valley. Should have killed Valley instead. Fine draws, really. Just totally fine draws. Just playing Conductivity. Playing Conductivity down there. There was thinking that if I pitch it, but you know, I've already used Pulsar. Another good hand, like this would have been very good combo hand as well. So judging by this, maybe it would have been better just to deny the snatch and set up and play for this combo hand. Also the math, because we did brick first turn pretty hard. But this turn is also like pretty good. And I'm happy picking up Conductivity to make Embodiment a little bit more amp. So we can play for the best played pattern that we have in our deck, that is the most consistent, is attack into instant into spell. Like that is just the golden line of Osilio hands. But the game is definitely very scary because my opponent is still sitting at 26. Now we are able to put them to 20. They can't deny this amp here. I'm thinking if I should pick up Aether because I get like guaranteed conductivity, but the reality of the situation is that I still have a lot of Blinks, Sigil of Lightnings, and Flirrings left. So there we go. We are rewarded with Blink. There's many trolls that just uses against me go again, so where I can use all of my things. But yeah, opponent sending just 5 cards at me when I'm at 18 is very scary. But my hand here functions extremely good. Like no matter my draws, this hand is extremely good. But the chances to get the combinations were pretty high there. Now we go to 3. There was no press, so I'm fine going to 3. Just pop this. That draw is very bad. And that draw is very good. Oh well, it's just an instant. Actually, yeah, it's just an instant because I have conductivity. Otherwise, we would need to draw Sigil per hand to use Arcane. Conductivity just might be allowed to. That card is insanely good. Block 4 on the first one, playing around Channel Lightning Valley. We have 1 left. So that's good. Now I don't need to use all of my instants here, it's just amp 1, so we can cycle and check because there is a lot of very good draws. Discharge is very good draw. Funnel would have been even much better. Flittering would have been very good. Another spell would not have been good. But apart from like any spell, any instant, any attack is good. So that's why cycle. Even though like the floor play of playing both sigils down is very good. So now I get to shoot them with this. The pop does not matter here because they have 1 card. They're probably gonna send 0 for 4 out of Arsenal. We can just sync that. Yep, there we go. Just sync that, and my hand just does a lot of good shit. Breaking this post combo game. Like the post game stats where we both go like to under 10 HP, I think Godzilla is very favored because we both are sending at each other 0 for 4s, or even more so. But we do have Arcane and we do have Shocks. So that gives us quite a lot of edge actually. Into like all decks post combo game. So both players being at low life is just Auxilia favorite all day, I think. Here I'm thinking if I should deny this and leave the 1 life, but that does not matter because I get to use all of my action points this turn. I'm not gonna Arsenal Gana Flash, I have no setup whatsoever for it. So it's probably gonna, again, prick to my Arsenal. It's a high chance for that. Sigil of Solace is being like the absolute game breaker too in this matchup. And draw the Comet Storm Shock. Taking my own turn with this hand would have been good, so just Arcane to end the game. And here we see 13, 14, 27, 22. Like that 13 was my combo turn, was it not? I think, yeah. That is insanely bad. Then 14. And then we get a little bit of better turn here with the Blinks and Blast. Going 27 and 22. I think 14 was my combo turn. Some one of these for 13 or 14 was combo turn. But yeah, just playing for setup and getting tempo, you get to do 27s, 22s. Just amazing hands if you just play to your draws what are possible and hand combinations and just grab the tempo. It's gonna be fantastic. This hero is so strong. This hero is so strong. And lastly but not leastly, shout out to my beautiful patrons. I love you all. Love it.